Go ahead, talk about your Michigan coach, Nick. Cause
shout out to Harbaugh. You know, he always wanted to go back to the league. He's been flirting with it forever. But you know, there's a quarterback who has literally this many excuses now, because that coach has won every single place he's been. Oh, my bad. Unless you want to say that he didn't win the big one in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But God damn it, he took the 49ers, who were top 5 worst for like 4 years, immediately to the NFC Championship.
With bum Colin Kaepernick, mind you.
Cap wasn't a bum.
No. G-Baby.
Cap had a good year. The read option was
Yeah. The read option was for Shirley. We all knew this man couldn't throw the football, but I'm sorry, Dawson. Keep going. This your coach. Keep going.
If Herbert, you know, I'm saying if they can't even make the playoffs next year, gang, come on, dude. You got no excuses. All I heard was coach, G-Baby, for years.
Nigga.
This is the best coach they could have got. This is the best coach they could have got.
I agree.
So let me hit you with this question off.
Hit me with it.
Is this for first year Jim Harbaugh? Is it make the chip game, make the playoffs?
Make the playoffs.
Like, what is considered
Make
a
the
successful
playoffs.
season to you?
You have a quote unquote top 5 quarterback, right? You make the playoffs. You make the playoffs.
Very least, they don't gotta win the game; they just gotta get there.
What they won? How many games this year? 5.
But that's not the issue, bro. Even though Staley is gone, the issue, like that defense, still like you can have Jim Harbaugh. Yo, defense got to be right.
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, but if he brings the Michigan's DC with him, oh my God. Oh my God, defense gonna get right, G-Baby. I promise you.
I mean, because another thing that we got to look at, because I don't know everybody's contract situation, but I think Derwin is still going to be there, right? But I don't know Joey Bosa's contract.
Trade Joey Bosa. Get him up out of there.
Nah, for real.
Get him up out of there.
Because of the cap or because he's not good no more?
Oh, why? Because of the injuries and cap. He 3? Like, bro, he stayed hurt. Like, you blink.
I mean, everybody stays hurt on that defense.
Y'all trying to get both of them, Khalil Mack and Bosa?
Khalil Mack had a very good season.
He had a good season. I wouldn't say Khalil Mack, but like Joey Bosa though, like when was the last time he was fully healthy? I think the last time he was fully healthy was like 2020, 2019. Like he's hurt.
Hey, speaking of the Chargers defense, what's everyone's opinion on Asante Samuel Jr.?
I don't know. Hey, look, I'm not gonna hold you. If this was any other cornerback, this man would have been out the league. Or maybe not out the league.
I'm about to say.
Let me rephrase that. Out the league, but he would have got released from this team.
I think this year was his worst year though. I think he had.
Yeah, I think that. Yeah.
Other than
I think
2 years or 3 years.
If they get some, I think if they get somebody in there, and he might can bounce back though. You know what I mean? I don't think he's bad though. He ain't trash though. He's
nickel. He is a nickel. That is the problem. He is playing out of position. Like some dudes just can't survive on the outside. Like,
you know what's crazy, Trey? If they bring in Jesse Minter and Jesse Minter will put him at nickel. Jesus.
I was about to say, enunciate that word.
Enunciate
that word. Jesus, we're getting a little close.
So are we all assuming that old boy gone and then they coming in because you know the Harbaugh everywhere done been he a running guy, so I'm assuming Eckler gone.
I'm not gonna lie. They might draft him. They might draft Blake Corum. Harbaugh might draft Blake Corum.
I'm not gonna lie. There's no way the Chargers don't get another receiver. I'm not gonna hold you.
I said third round.
Oh, okay.
They have the top 5 pick. They're gonna get Brock back.
Chargers did not draft another receiver.
They're gonna get Brock at 5, Trent.
They're not drafting. Yeah, they're not drafting another receiver. If anything,
they need a running back, bro.
If anything, they're getting Brock Bowers.
I don't know. I mean, they remember Mike Willis still.
You got to think Harbaugh likes those tough ass little running backs. Frank Gore, Blake Corum. He's just gonna draft Blake Corum.
I hear you. I'm just saying he still has Mike Will at wide receiver 2 coming off a big injury. He's got bust Quentin Johnson, which I mean it's not his fault they drafted him.
I can't, let him play one more. Like, damn.
Oh my God, bro! Y'all
Hey,
no,
you got Hey, G baby, you pick and choose when your tolerance high, bro. The man a rookie, bro. God dang.
Hey, when you play that bad game, nah, bro.
It's crazy. And now Trey want to pick and choose when we want to call people bust.
Hey, what about T-Law,
After year one. All right.
Wait, hold on.
After year one, everybody was saying the man was on the way to being a bust. Then he got
Hold on.
What are we talking
Wait, G baby. I need to clarify something since Trent want to be a smart ass. Hey, I said he was a bust from the moment he got drafted. I said anywhere he go, this dude ain't it. Period. And I stood on that the entire time. Quiet.
Hey,
I don't think he's a first round. I don't think he was a first round. At least give him by year 2.
I agree with y'all, you and G baby too.
If that's the case, then a lot of people are bust.
Too. Steve Smith said it before the draft. Steve Smith said he wasn't like that.
Yeah, so my point is, because those are your wide receiver 2s and 3s, hey, bro, yeah, you can get Brock Bowers.
There's no way they don't draft Brock Bowers, bro.
I'm not saying they don't. I just said that they need to get another offensive weapon in the receiving room. I said receiver, but hey, Brock Bowers is basically a receiver too. So that's cool too. Go get one because Mike Will and Quentin Johnson ain't going to be the guys to get it done for you.
I mean, they still have Keenan Allen,
He's still good.
I said Mike Will and Keenan Allen. I mean, and Quentin Johnson are wide receiver 2s and 3s. Obviously, I'm not talking about Keenan. He's cool, but Keenan's also getting older, and you need somebody that's going to be able to help alleviate that. Keenan cannot continue to be like your main focal point, and especially when you're losing. Austin Eckler, who, let's be real, you can say what you want about him now, but he used to be a lot more effective than this. Say what you want about him now, that's fine. He used to be a lot more effective. What's it called? Mike Will, you already know how I feel about him. And Quentin Johnson clearly didn't fix it. So there's still stuff that you need to get through on that offense to help yourself.
Fam, they just hired John Harbaugh. They're gonna run the ball. Like
they're gonna go get a running back.
That's exactly what's about to happen. You're about to see Justin Herbert under center, and a lot of these big shots that are gonna come from him now are gonna play action. They are going to run the ball. That is what's going to happen. This is going to turn into a physical team. It's not going to be a bunch of dweebs and nerds, and we're going to line up and gun and run inside zone and get half a yard and then ask Justin Herbert to just throw the entire game. No. Everywhere he's gone, he has ran the ball.
I want to say this. I do want to say this, right? And I think your mic cut out, Trey. Say something real quick.
Yo.
Oh, you're good. So I do want to say this. When Justin Herbert gets his quarterback and they're on the center and everything, and let's say miraculously they miss another postseason, or let's say miraculously another blunder in the postseason. I mean, as much as I say, Matthew Stafford been a guy for a very long time. Justin Herbert, these questions are things that's going to have to be answered, How much more can we lean on the talent? Sometimes your talent's great, but if you can't utilize that talent well,
not gonna lie, bro.
Can we give them a year with Harbaugh, though? What if they go like 10-5 and miss the playoffs because of some
If they're 10-5, I'm not.
If they're 10-5, I'm not saying nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, I won't complain.
Yeah, because the thing is, you got to think they're still in the division with the Chiefs, bro.
Raiders
I'm not gonna lie. This division should get a lot closer with John.
Raiders gonna be better.
It should.
This should get a lot closer. I'm not gonna hold it.
It should. I agree with that, G baby. But the Chiefs have won every year since the Broncos won the Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. But like, you also got to remember who these teams were looking like before. Like, this team ain't been as good. Like, let's be real. They had a horrible season last year, which we all pretty much we didn't expect this. We thought they might like flirt with the 7 seed, 6 seed, but we didn't think they was gonna be.
They fell in
below 500 before Herbert got hurt, right? Mm-hmm. So, what's it called? You still have that, and then if you look across the board, like let's be real, bro. Them Phillip Rivers teams. I know he made the playoffs like in his second to last year there, his last year, whatever it was. But like other than that game, these teams is kind of dookie. You know what I mean? Like this is there's a reason the Chiefs been winning the division every year, bro. Like
The division, the AFC West, I'm not going to lie, yes, the AFC West has been trash for a minute. Yes. Now, this is in recent memory. I mean, even then, they've still been trash. They literally still been trash. Because like, it's still it hasn't changed. So, I mean, I got to see it to believe it. The Raiders should be better, but let's be real.
I believe in Antonio Pierce. It depends on who they get at quarterback, though. Because obviously, Aiden McConnell was not the guy. Wait, hey, Trent, you think we should give Aiden McConnell another year?
No.
Why not? Why not, Trent? Don't we gotta see? Shouldn't we give him a second year just to see?
Y'all should trade for Jake Browning.
Oh God! I guess. Nah, but Trent, answer the question because you was telling me that Quentin Johnson he should get another year to see what he about. Why not Aiden McConnell?
Oh, he quiet now.
Man, walk away. This might disconnect.
Cam,
I guess he's not here. Let me read these off real quick. Save the Football Society, Lamar Jackson, God Serena.
Please do.
Cam Cobain, and Mahomes.
That boy said Cam Cobain.
Hey, Cam. Bro, don't even watch the game this weekend, bro. You're going to be mad, bro. If you're a Chiefs fan, just go ahead. They out here by 10 to 17 points.
Don't just assume that. Bro, we talking about Mahomes.
Hey, listen, I ain't never been so sure in my life.
Okay.
What? The Ravens going to the Super Bowl, bro.
Me too. I'm telling you.
Bro, I've never been so sure in my life, bro.
But I need people.
I ain't gonna talk about it like it's a foregone conclusion. I'm sorry.
Over, you know what, Trey? I studied you, Trey. I know why you're saying this. I know why you don't think it's a foregone conclusion. And this is why I studied you, Trey. I know your game. The reason you're gonna say it's I'm not just gonna say it's not a foregone conclusion and this, that, and the third. Because if the Ravens lose, that way you can come out here and be like,
no,
hey man, I always thought Mahomes had a chance and stuff. Hey, I'm not gonna doubt Mahomes. Nah, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We gonna bro. I get Mahomes, but bro, there's no reason. We just went through it on Monday. We talked about it in the chat. There is no reason. You look at this roster, top to bottom.
No, there's no reason.
Personnel. There's no reason why should not win this game, bro.
You're right, but also this is the real reason why I'm saying this. Because I've watched this dude his entire career, and there have been multiple times where he should have been finished, and I was like, yeah, your little light skin behind. You cook. Yup, it's over. You going home. And sure enough, he made me look dumb as hell. He done burned me twice. One with the dang Texas game, and I'm pretty sure last year.
Last year? What made you doubt him last year, ho? I've been told. Like, what are you talking about? See, that's your fault. That's your fault.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I know the Eagles fan isn't looking at me and saying, oh, I don't know how you doubt.
I mean, in fairness,
Trent
was the one that said that the Eagles were going to blow out the Chiefs. Not
I've been skeptical. I didn't say that. I've been skeptical of the Eagles ever since we've been on our whole entire downward roller coaster. So don't give me that nonsense. Don't give me that. The Chiefs.
He's talking about last year.
Listen, if you doubted Mahomes, it's not because of the mystique, and then he proved you wrong. It wasn't because of the mystique of Mahomes. It wasn't because of this. It was because you were just wrong because you did not know what you were seeing with that Chiefs crew. I said last season that I had the Eagles winning in the Super Bowl, but shoot, Mahomes was on an MVP caliber season that year. So if he was going to torch us, I'm like, it is what it is. Like, I expected something like that to happen, and it was a great game. This year, right now.
This man didn't even torch y'all last year.
This shit.
He played well. He didn't torch y'all.
Mahomes last season in the Super Bowl?
No, he only threw for them. Look, he didn't throw for that many yards.
Hold on, wait.
No. Let's not do the yards, bro. Let's not be that.
Hey, look,
he was cooking that defense.
He was cooking
any way he wanted, bro.
Running, throwing.
On the stat sheet.
Okay, cool.
Because let's be honest. Hey, Dub, hold on, Trey. If what's his name doesn't hold, and what's his name scores a touchdown at the end, how does Mahomes' stats look at the Super Bowl? If Bradbury doesn't hold and the dude catches the touchdown, how does Mahomes' stat look? What do you have? 4 touchdowns?
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
He was
torching.
I ain't gonna lie. I don't think he was wilding, but he had a good game.
He had a good game.
What are y'all talking about?
He was doing whatever he wanted to that day.
You act like he was like Nick
The second half, bro, was.
You said what? You said what, Cruiser?
We didn't say like Nick Foles.
We didn't say Mahomes. You don't
I didn't say Nick Foles.
No,
I'm saying you're torturing us.
I said when you said Mahomes is torturing y'all, the way you said it, like he was just having a Nick Foles.
You don't have, but you don't.
He was doing whatever he wanted. He was literally doing whatever he wanted.
You don't have to ball like Nick Foles in order to torch somebody. Okay. You can literally get whatever you want at any time. Now, mind you, he might not have had a lot of yards, but he threw 4 touchdowns, and he also let's be real. Three. I'm sorry, 3. But also, let's be real. He also got short yardage situations as well, and the defense got a scoop of score as well. So, points came in various ways, but the nigga was doing whatever.
Yeah, and like Trey just said, we're forgetting he was injured. He was dealing with an injury. It was on one leg and still won that game. That was still.
Look, all I'm saying is this: the reason why I'm not saying it's a foregone conclusion is because that man has earned my respect. Because there have been too many times.
So watch this. This is why you're wrong for assuming that, right? And this is from the main Mahomes advocator, Trent G baby. How many times have I been advocating for the Kansas City Chiefs? Ever since I got on this freaking show, I've been telling y'all how good that unit was. A few years ago, when they started like 1-4. I said the Chiefs look like they're gonna 2-4. I was like, the Chiefs, they can turn it around because that's just something they do. Their defense, for some reason, later in the season, at that point in time, they just know how to just play towards the later part of the season. So I'm not going to count them out. And guess what happened? That's exactly what happened, right? I'm the main guy that's been right about this Kansas City Chiefs propaganda, right? Now, this year, they've been proving me wrong.
I say, aren't you down them this year?
Hold up, ho. I'm talking, man. I said, I've been wrong about the last 2 postseason games because Miami Dolphins, I expect them to be that bad. And who was the last team they faced?
The Bills.
The Bills, that I didn't know who's going to win that game either. So I honestly, them winning isn't even a surprise to me. So my whole thing is against a Ravens crew where Mahomes isn't playing his MVP caliber that we used to. The wide receivers, Tyreek Hill isn't there at all. There's no receivers even better than Juju Smith on the squad. You have Travis Kelce that looks worse than what he has in years past. So I'm looking at this crew and I'm like, with everyone looking worse against a Ravens crew that is playing the best football they have played ever since Lamar Jackson's tenure. Zay Flowers is bugging. Odell is even bugging. Lamar is bugging. Justice Hill is bugging. Gus Edwards is bugging. You got that defense bugging. I'm telling y'all, if Mahomes not even wins the Super Bowl, if Mahomes beat this Ravens crew, he's the greatest player I've ever seen in my life.
If he wins this
game, he performs well, and he is the greatest player I've seen in my life. There's no debate.
Okay,
I don't care.
Follow up question to that, Dub. Stay right there, Dub.
There's no debate.
Stay right there, Dub. I'm gonna hit you with a little devil.
I swear.
Follow up question.
Yeah, if he cooks the Ravens,
what happens to Lamar if they lose? Or has he already did what he needed to do? What happens to Lamar if they lose?
Wait. What if they lose 38-35 though?
Yeah, if they lose 38-30, that's the only way I see them winning.
Yeah, that's
because I think Lamar's gonna go crazy.
Mahomes gotta go crazy.
Trey, I get this. All right, listen, Trey, you make a point. I see what you're saying. Now I will say this, Trey. I might be a little hyperbolic, but my only path for the Chiefs to win, to me, they either got to go up early 14-0 or something like that, because I do believe Steve Spagnuolo is a good defensive coordinator. I do think he have a game plan. But the key to them is if William Gay don't play, he the only one who can spot Lamar, bro. If he don't play, they're gonna be in trouble.
Look, this is what I'm saying.
I don't care.
The only path for the Chiefs to win this game is if Patrick Mahomes has a Herculean effort. Because to G Baby's point, he's right. Judging off of what we have seen so far from these two teams in the playoffs, there is no reason the Baltimore Ravens should lose this game. The only way this happens is if Patrick Mahomes literally blacks out. The only reason why I'm still saying it's not a foregone conclusion is because he is fully capable of doing it.
But you know what's so
not on this crew.
Not you know what's so crazy though?
Wait, hold on.
Go ahead.
I was about to get to that. Now, I will say this. This is also the best defense he has ever played. And this is also, at the same time, the worst cast he has ever had. So there's also a chance that he could go out there, make every throw he's supposed to, and MVS and all the rest of them dudes that will probably either be fringe bottom half of the roster dudes that are currently playing for them. They can drop all them balls and they lose the game 45-14.
But
like,
here's the thing, though. Even with what you say, Mahomes bugging out,
guaranteed.
But look, even with what you say, like
nothing in life is guaranteed.
Of course,
right.
Even if Mahomes comes out and bugs out, even if Mahomes comes out and has the greatest quarterback performance we've ever seen, Cruiser mentioned it. You've mentioned it. If Willie Gay is not there, what's stopping Lamar? What's stopping Lamar from going ridiculous?
Lamar,
because look, L'Jarius Sneed, McDuffie, shout out to y'all because y'all been balling. I mean, we all saw the way Sneed put them paws on time. We
gotta give Trent McDuffie like way more flowers.
Facts. Because when we first got drafted, I said I liked him, but hey, you a rookie. I don't know what you're gonna be yet. Let's see.
This is only his second year.
Just second year. However, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not even gonna hold you. Even if Willie Gay does decide to play, to me personally, the way this team has been run all year, there should because do we think the 49ers defense is better than this?
Than the Ravens?
No. Than the Chiefs.
No.
Yes. You think the 49ers defense is better than the Chiefs?
They've been leaking lately.
Yeah, but it's close.
Okay. It's really close.
And mind you, they have Fred Warner who can spot. And they have Dre Greenlaw. And Lamar was able to do what he wanted.
Made both of them look stupid.
And Lamar was able to do what he wanted. So
hey, bro, I got something. Hey, the X factor is too though. Playoff Scantling though, bro. He show up in the playoffs, dog.
Playoff Scantling?
Playoff Scantling, man. He ready.
Yeah, he's trolling. He's trolling.
Oh no,
he's trolling.
Hey, Kadarius Toney coming out playing too?
Hey, the boy playoff Scantling, man.
This man said playoff.
There's no way you just said that.
There's
no way you just said playoff Scantling.
Look,
if I see MVS catch like 2 touchdowns
next game, you know what's so funny? Oh, wait, watch this. The last game that he played out of the year, you know what he did in the Kansas City game? I mean, in the Philadelphia game?
What?
1 target, 0 yards, and 0 receptions. Showed out.
That's so nasty.
Showed out against Cincinnati, 160 yards in the TD. I remember that he was cooking.
What he did last game, Doug?
Yeah, 116 yards. Oh, the last game he had 2 receptions, 62 yards. You want to know what he did? Know what he did against Jacksonville? 6 yards, 1 reception. Like, what are we talking? Nah, we're not doing no playoff Scantling. We're not doing no playoff Scantling.
Wait, Trent, are you still here before we move on? Trent, are you still here? Because I wanted to ask you this question.
Playoff Scantling.
Hey, so I have a question. So you said earlier that you think we should give Quentin Johnson another year, right?
Yeah.
How you feel about Aiden McConnell, gang?
I ain't really watching, bro, for real. Keep it a beam. But
you think we should give him another year?
I mean, it depends on what's the draft pick.
They're in the top 10.
See, but the difference between me,
it's just a question.
Nah, I don't think I'm not gonna lie. If there's a QB that falls like a
Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and Caleb Williams are not falling out the top 6.
I'm saying the alternate. If that's the case, then nah, because I'm not taking JJ at 10. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not taking JJ at 10. I'm not taking Pence. Yeah, so give him another year. Go ahead.
I would like to say this. You know who deserves so much more respect that everyone's not even saying at all?
Who?
Whoever's in charge of drafting for the Kansas City Chiefs needs to get delivered a raise, needs a statue, because they have literally not missed for almost a decade now. They got Tyreek. No.
He said nearly. He didn't say the whole. Obviously, there's bust here and there.
Y'all. I really hate y'all.
I know what you're saying, Dom. I know what you're saying.
They got. They drafted Kelsey. They drafted Hill. They drafted Mahomes. They drafted their defensive pieces, and right now they draft. Didn't they draft Chris Jones too?
Yes.
Bro, they're not missing at all. They barely miss. So, no, now you want me to choose my words. Okay, sure. But they barely miss, bro.
Why?
Whoever's in relax, sir. Because they did draft Kareem Hunt and Jamal Charles. So I mean, if that's one miss, so I mean, it is what it is. Whoever's in charge of the drafting committee, y'all need a raise, y'all need a statue, y'all need everything. You need whatever you need the Kansas City Chiefs needs to answer. Because my God, y'all barely miss. It is insane what they've been doing.
The only time they really miss is on receivers, ironically. They've gotten Tyreek Hill and they drafted Tyreek Hill thinking he was a running back.
And you know what they need to do? They did. When they go into this draft this year, just go ahead and find a 4th round, 5th round punt returner, and then then you can take maybe he might be one of the top 5 receivers in the league next time they do that.
I mean, yeah, because they hit with Tyreek Hill, they found a gem there, but you drafted Mecole Hardman in the 2nd round. That didn't work out.
Almost lost you the game.
Yeah. Sky Moore hasn't been great. Rashee Rice is good, but it's been kind of lacking in that department.
Yeah, so, those receivers have been trash.
Hopefully in this draft they find another one, because realistically,
well, they don't have a 2nd first round pick, and they're about to be picking in the 20s. They're not about to all the real high impactful ones, they can find one, but all the real high impactful ones you won in the 1st round probably gonna be gone by that point.
No, this is a deep class.
I'm not just like the quarterback is a deep class as well, but I'm saying all the ones that you would truly like, hey, my 1st round pick, I know I want to put on this guy. I feel like they're gonna be gone.
They even drafted.
They can get a day 2 guy.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if they're drafting in the late 20s, early 30s, if a guy like Brian Thomas Jr., Xavier Leggett, if one of those dudes is there, yeah.
But do you think? But don't you think at that point when they get to the late 20s, there might be higher value? Like I don't know the mock draft off the top of my head.
There's no higher value than investing in your investment. And right now, you have given Patrick Mahomes half a bill, and he is locked in for life. If you want to keep this thing going, what you need to do is get him somebody who can catch the ball and make it.
But also too, I think what the Chiefs are going to do most likely.
The part about the Chiefs that we're not talking about, I'm pretty sure Kelsey gone after this year.
Either that or they're going to. I'm not going to hold you. It's either that, and I'm fairly certain they're also going to get a receiver in the draft. I mean, in the free agency. Like, I don't think they're not getting a veteran receiver.
They have to. So y'all think that him and Jason just gonna retire and do their podcast for the rest of eternity?
Probably.
Walk off into the sunset together?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Travis Kelce probably getting hella bank just off of the fact that you gained Taylor Swift, gang. What else you need to do, gang? You get it, gang.
Hey, do y'all feel like that Chiefs offense though is kind of from what I noticed, even with Tyreek, it seemed like it's similar to the Patriots where they kind of inside out, like
West Coast.
It's like an inside out scheme where the outside receivers really don't run routes, like, and then if they do everything in front, like of Pat Mahomes is draggers, you know what I mean? It's seams, it's RPOs, it's like everything. I don't see him throwing deep comebacks and stuff like that, man. That's what I'm saying. Like time and post, you rarely see that out of them.
I mean, it is Andy Reid as well. Like,
it's a West Coast offense at its core. So it's a lot of timing routes, and it's gonna have a lot of stuff that's it's in front of the quarterback's vision. Yeah. Like every once in a while, you'll take your shot if you get a look you want, but they don't have nobody who's worth throwing it to. Like that's why I said, at the bottom of this first round, like I'm sure they have some other pressing issues. You need a tackle, but if I'm being honest, they've gotten away with having mediocre tackles.
However, Trey, I'm gonna bring up a point you just said earlier. Investing in your investment. I don't know how much longer they're gonna be able to do this with how stacked this AFC looks.
Right, but at that spot in the draft, who has more value? A guy like Xavier Leggett or a guy? or the fourth tackle on the board.
Well, that's why I love the NFL, because that's like, I wish the NBA did this because I feel like this would better prepare teams. The NFL has free agency before the draft. And that's the beauty of it. I love that, because you get that way when you go into these drafts, you might address an issue that you thought you needed in free agency beforehand. Because especially because rookies, as much as a lot of them have talent, there's some surefire picks we assume.
It's grown.
You never know what's gonna happen. Everything is a what if. As opposed to, that's why like sometimes in the NBA, I really wish they would just flip it, because I feel like NBA teams would be better off if they hit the free agency market first, because you never know what these players is going to be. I mean, shoot, what we thought Andrew Wiggins was going to be. Granted, I think he's made a nice career for himself, but Andrew Wiggins was supposed to be a lot better than what he is. Andrew Wiggins should not be on a trade block at this point. He should be a franchise guy at this point. That's what he was drafted to be. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think with the Chiefs, I don't think they got a lot of money to spare, but they got a bunch of young pups on that defense that are providing real value for them. And let's be real, these offensive guys, they try to do the same thing on offense. It's just they're not hitting. So I think free agency, they might not go get a Stephon Diggs, but can they get a Tyler Lockett to help out with them? I don't see that as being a bad thing. I don't know what the running back market looks like, because people don't want to pay him. They're probably not going to get Derrick Henry, but if they wanted to, they have Pacheco. They're probably not going to get running back. O-line, again, the O-line is really the one I don't know. They might address that in the free agency as well. I don't know who exactly is on the market or whatever, but I think the Chiefs
they could draft a tackle. Like that's
what I think. That's what I think is more important, in my opinion.
I agree. I'm just saying at where they're gonna be slotted. I don't think there's a tackle in this draft. Well, actually, no, I'll take that back.
Yeah.
Maybe Trent's homie, Patrick Paul. Yeah.
Patrick Paul.
Yeah.
The best tackle in the draft, by the way.
Best
tackle in the draft, by the way.
I don't know if this is gonna turn out like your Tank Dell one game. I don't know about this.
It's gonna
I'll
hit.
admit I was wrong. I'll admit I was wrong about Tank Dell, but I don't know.
It's gonna age like fine wine.
I don't know, man. Joe Alt game. I don't know, man.
Joe Alt, man.
I'm convinced, bro. I'm convinced.
Yeah.
He built like a demiguy. He moved like a linebacker. Y'all gonna see.
Built like a demigod, built like a.
Is Chris Jones on like a minute restriction, bro? He was out a lot that game the other night. What's wrong with Chris Jones?
Ain't nothing wrong with him.
I felt like he wasn't getting his normal stats like he normally get. I feel like they was taking him out.
We talk about this topic though.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about Mahomes being the GOAT?
Yeah. Because I know we had this crazy.
hour-long
debate on Xbox.
When?
Monday.
That was
Monday,
bro.
On the Monday show. Like we literally
we was about to end the show.
Really?
And
it was the first time Xbox ever hit 3 hours because we was there debating for like.
Yeah, Doug. I texted in the chat. I was like, "Can we please not talk about Brady and Mahomes today in Gridiron?"
Oh, I didn't know. I really didn't know.
It's cool though. But all jokes aside though, like if he win this and like I saw this on First Take because like they compared the first 7 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. He might be one for me. I can't fake it. He might just.
I mean, I already got him too.
I mean,
he's doing it such a short amount of time. Like he's doing it such a short bro.
And mind you, he's doing it as the best player in the league. He's not
getting carried. He's not.
No.
This man is literally the reason.
He's backpacking this jump.
And his wide receivers are garbage.
Like, bro, I think last year to me was clearly the indicator that Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mahomes.
Like, yeah, you're really like that. You're that dude. You're that good.
Bro. Look, G-Babe, just think about this. G-Babe, just think about this. Last year, indicator was like Tom Brady when they beat Seattle.
No.
And then, because that's when he got his 4th ring, right?
Yeah,
When Tom Brady came back 28 to 3,
that's when everyone was like, "Yo, you're goated. You're done.
No
debate.
That's the point. No, look, that's what I'm saying.
Cemented it.
But the Falcons, it was the Falcons, not the Seahawks.
No. The Falcons cemented it.
That's what I'm trying to finish it.
That's when he entered that conference.
That's what I'm trying to finish. I was saying, if last year to me, it's like the indicator, like, all right, he really like getting to that GOAT, like really.
Oh, okay. I see.
And if he wins this year, I ain't gonna lie, it's cemented.
It's cemented.
It's cemented.
Yeah,
It's cemented.
It's cemented.
Yeah, because
like we said with the weapons.
I'm gonna be honest. There's literally no argument. Like, take Brady out of it.
And Dave, I'm the biggest. Everybody knowing here, I'm the biggest Aaron Rodgers and Peyton Manning fan.
I was just about to bring that up, Trent.
He's better, bro.
If he wins this year, you literally can't even have a debate with Peyton.
What stops Peyton Manning from being the GOAT is playoff performances. What stops Aaron Rodgers being the GOAT is playoff performances. That's Mahomes.
That's why Drew Brees over both of them. But continue.
Stop. Delusion. That's straight delusion.
He's a way better playoff performer than them two. But continue.
I'm not gonna lie. We not about to.
No, don't. We've already seen the film. Stop it. We've already
watch the playoff games. 18 catches is crazy.
Yeah, that one. That one was crazy, but
that's crazy. That is insane.
He also caught like a 50-yard seam route in that game too. So, in fairness,
context of performances. Some of them performances they just choking. Ain't no context to that. That's just pulling the what? Pulling the Knicks in '95 versus Reggie Miller. This Jay choking. Like, what you mean? We just got to acknowledge what Patrick Mahomes is doing, though. The only one bad playoff game he's ever had is when he laid that.
Sharon Moore was named the coach, by the way.
That's the only.
Really?
Who?
Sharon Moore.
Yes, sir.
Coach of the who?
Michigan.
Coach of Michigan.
He's replacing Harbaugh.
Congratulations.
Go ahead, Trent.
He's the one who offered me at Michigan, man.
Hey, Trent.
Bama wanted him at Bama.
Hey, Trent. What do you think of before last playoffs, before the touchdowns down there? Was Pat Mahomes Super Bowls a little rocky though? In his Super Bowl?
Oh God,
okay,
you guys are so nasty.
Let me answer because he asked me. I'm not gonna say it was a little rocky because 2019 it was like that game was up and down, but he pulled through at the end. But that was his. What other ring he got? That one in 2020. This last year, right?
The one against the
last year.
Last year.
I don't even think. Yeah, like I don't even think it was rock. Like especially last year, he had a good player performance in that game. So that kind of wipes really 2019. So it just adds it together.
But even also too, I don't because
plus Cruiser, and he did it on a sprained ankle.
And Cruiser, you might not be doing this.
Yeah.
But when people do that, they always want to reference Tampa Bay.
Oh no, hell no. Tampa Bay, I don't put that on him, bro. That man missing his whole line, bro.
Thank you. Okay. No, if that's the case, no, his Super Bowl performance.
No, that's why I was asking the question.
So my thing, Cruiser, right?
Yeah.
You know what stamped it for me? That Mahomes what stamped it for me, I guess you could say the GOAT realization, the GOAT realization moment that this dude is just one of the ones. He's like one of the best players we've ever seen. And there's nothing even to debate. When I seen the Texans go up 21-0 or like 24-0,
and he brought it all
when
the
I
way
seen
back.
the Texans go up 24-0, and the whole time I wasn't even worried about the Chiefs coming back. I seen them go 24-0, and guess what I was like? Yeah, I'm still not counting the Chiefs out. So when he came back and was literally playing flag football with them guys the whole entire second quarter and the whole entire rest of the game, I sat here and was like, nah, fam. This Juice is one of them guys. He's just built like that.
Hey, if people forget, you know who was on that? That was Deshaun Watson and D.
Deshaun Watson and D. You know what's funny, G baby? Yeah, it'd be so hard. Like, just a little off topic real quick. It's so ironic nobody ever talks about that for Deshaun Watson.
Nobody brings that up.
Not a single soul. Nobody talks about
that. And then Dub,
you need to talk about Justin Herbert.
To add on to it, you know what else happened after that? After he came back 24-0 against the Texans, he literally went against Tennessee and did the same thing. Again, bro. Twice, back to back. He came over. I don't know if the Texans were 17-0 or 21-0.
They were 17-7. They were 17-7. They started off 10-0.
Yeah, and then it was like, but like, bro, he literally did the same thing against Tennessee. The same Tennessee team that killed Lamar Jackson. It was like, whoa.
Hey, I think what sparked that comeback though, you got to remember, old buddy fumbled on the kickoff return right there. And I think the defense had got like 2 fumbles like in their territory, like.
Hey, that's fine.
Which game? The Tennessee
game? 24 was nothing game. Remember the dude fumbled on the kick return after halftime.
Hey, and Cruiser, and you know what's so crazy? You know what the final score of that game was? 50-something to 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So even if you take out the little 2 touchdowns, bro, it's still 37-24.
He was just killing them. He was killing them the whole entire game. Literally, just destroying them.
That was the game Tyreek Hill like fumbled the punt return.
Yeah, his only bad games where he laid that fat egg in 2021. That was the only bad playoff game he's ever had in his career.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about the Bengals?
Yeah, because that was the crazy choke job.
The crazy part is, that was the crazy. Like they were cooking them for the first part of the game, destroying them, and then that's what happens when you beat yourself. I think they just beat themselves.
Remember them old gridiron arguments? Doug talking, the Chiefs got complacent. Shut up.
They did. They literally did.
That boy ain't get complacent.
Nah, Doug used to put the cape on for
Dub. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, Dub. Your cape used to be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I respect it though. Your cape used to be crazy.
Yeah, bro. Mahomes is just when you see a GOAT, bro. When you see a guy as good as he is, bro. I don't care, bro. This is like I'm not gonna say Jesus Christ because I just think that's blasphemous. But this is like
quite literally.
this is like me. This is like me trying to protect like Martin Luther King or some shit, bro.
That's crazy.
I promise. I promise.
Hey, don't try to give some cool points because Black History Month a week away.
Whoa. Pause. I swear, bro. And man, I'll do pause. Pause.
Yeah, this man tweaking right
when you got a guy as great and transcendent as Patrick Mahomes, bro, and just bro, it's just whenever he plays, bro, it's like he don't do nothing wrong. Like I watched this guy, I'm like, bro, you're not doing nothing wrong, bro.
Hey, Doug, let me ask you this too. I know we've been talking about Mahomes a lot about what if Mahomes in this win. So you think will Lamar lock up like definitively, like no ifs, ands, or buts, lock up the number 2 if he wins the Super Bowl this year in a good fashion?
As a number 2 spot?
Yeah, he doesn't get carried.
To me, I think Lamar's locked it up this year already, like before even winning. I think he's locked it up for me as the number 2 guy. I think what he's done, I guess you could probably have debates with Josh Allen. I think those 2 right there are like locked in for 2 and 3 for me. But Lamar Jackson, the tear he's been on this year, I mean, going through an adjustment period, going through new wide receiver weapons, wide receiver rooms, going through a coaching change. And literally, I mean, to be fair, even though his season hasn't been too great, when he had to match up against the 49ers, when he had to match up against the Lions and put on a show, what did he do?
The Dolphins.
And the Dolphins. He destroyed them. Like, he destroyed them himself with his team still battling injuries. Because remember, J.K. Dobbins has been out too. So I'm like, bro.
J.K. Dobbins been out. Keaton Mitchell tore his ACL.
I mean, J.K. Dobbins.
Look, he's cemented
Gus
it
Edwards
already.
do the same thing.
J.K. Dobbins ain't
and he don't have no Stephon Diggs next to him too. So I'm be looking like, bro, like you're doing this with a rookie guy in Zay Flowers, Odell, Mark, like, bro. I'm sorry. And even then, Mark Andrews wasn't even in the Mark Andrews. This is what really cements it for me. How I seen how he was playing without Mark Andrews, because you also when he got hurt, I was questioning everything. How I seen he was playing without him, I was like, oh nah.
I did try to tell you.
You did.
Isaiah Likely is perfectly fine. He's not Mark Andrews.
You did. 1,000% you did. Hey, bro, I seen how he's playing without Mark, and I don't see how anyone can say anyone's better besides Mahomes. I don't see how anyone can say anyone's better than anyone else is better than Lamar. He's literally done. He's put on a carry job more than anybody else.
I mean,
I hate that. Hey, look, I'm sorry.
No, I think he's being sarcastic because remember we had that big old argument.
Okay. I hope he's being sarcastic.
Yeah, I think he's being sarcastic.
Who, me?
Is Mahomes the best?
No, not you. Was talking about looking at
Is Lamar the best black QB? Come on.
Is Lamar the best black QB? Well, Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. What the heck?
Unless you want to say pure black, right? Remember?
Pure black quarterback.
Mookie's burner? Like,
it's got to be if we want to take Patrick Mahomes out because he's biracial, I mean, then I guess. But it's Mahomes and then Lamar.
I don't know. Old heads might say Randall Cunningham. Some people might say Michael Vick. I don't know. I don't know how the old heads think.
Hey, Dub.
We have people come up here and say Michael Vick was top 5 quarterback all time.
That's the greatest gridiron episode ever.
Yeah, old dude came on. We all left the set at the same time.
I liked him. I actually loved him.
Yo,
he was like,
Speaking of old heads, do you want to talk about what we talked about? What's his name, G baby, earlier when I brought it up on my show, bro? Because I want to ask you what Doug's perspective on. Because so speaking of old heads, I don't know if you watch Undisputed, right? I don't know if you probably missed it though. But
I don't watch too much of the ESPN shit.
Keyshawn Johnson's dead. The reason why, our generation,
he is
we don't like old heads, bro. You know how Keyshawn Johnson and Richard Sherman, they bought him and Skip, they all on the same, what's the name? Basically, all the same panelists.
Yeah.
Bro was talking crazy to Richard Sherman, like he would dog him if they would have matched up. He told him, I wish I got a Richard Sherman.
Oh, yeah. I do remember that.
Bro, he was talking, and I'm like, bro, like, you not even not every dog got his day, but you not even a top 40 receiver ever. And you was a number 1 pick. Talking craziness.
And you know what I said?
Hey, Stat Pafford, drop a $10. I'm gonna send you one. Promise you.
Hey, but Dub, you know what I said? Look, remember, you know how you an NBA guy. You know how Paul Pierce swear he better than what he really is, and he stayed talking like he was better than certain guys that he shouldn't be better than, and all that stuff. And they hold on to that 08 ring, OD. That's the only reason Doc Rivers still getting jobs because that 08 ring. This is what happens when people who think they're better than they are start talking crazy. You look dumb. Because let's be real, Keyshawn Johnson, the most memorable thing that happened to you was dating Serena Williams.
I didn't even remember that until
I didn't even know that. Actually.
And if that's the case, gang, that's literally the most memorable he's been. When Keyshawn was dating Serena, I swear he thought he was on top of the world.
Well, why he talking about Richard Sherman wasn't one of them ones?
Let me also tell you this. He also talked about I went up against the Al Harris, Patrick Surtain's dad. He was talking
Richard Sherman way better than them dudes. Other than
the only DB he brought up, I'm like, all right, we know he top 5 lock. It's Champ Bailey.
But you know what? I mean, when athletes are talking like that, I don't care too much about it because that's what your thought process is supposed to be. That's exactly what your thought process is.
You can think you can beat him in a rap, but you ain't got to down Richard Sherman.
Bro, I
played these guys, so what do you think I'm
saying?
He
wasn't better than Al Harris. That's flat out disrespect.
Hey, that's on him. That's on him. But it's a way for him. It's a way for him to big himself up. And shout out to Stafford. I got you.
Because if we keep it in the bean, is Keyshawn Johnson? Will he even be top 10 in today's game?
No,
right now.
No, not at all.
He wouldn't be.
He's not better
than a top 30 receiver.
He won't be better than Kupp, Jamar, Diggs, Garrett Wilson.
Would he be better than DK?
No.
That's all you need to know. That's all you need. If you're not even better than DK Metcalf right now,
he's not better than Mike Evans.
So what I'm hearing is, you saying Keyshawn Johnson's a bust?
A bust I mean, the hell, bust? What bust are you talking about?
No, he was a top.
No,
pick.
He was a number 1 pick. You know that, right?
Oh, he was. I didn't know he was a
number one as a wide receiver. He was 24.
That's why
number 1.
That's why I be looking at him crazy. Dog, you not like that.
You really not for real.
Anytime
I think of Keyshawn Johnson, I don't think of any of his numbers. I don't think of any.
Bro, I mean, I'm not.
I think he was on that Bucks team.
But my whole thing is still Trent. My whole thing is Trent. If athletes are debating with one each other, I don't care. When McCants, right? When McCants was arguing that was so funny. I don't care. I think it's funny. I really think it's funny. I really think it's funny.
Hey, hold on. Wait.
His overseas team, Lebanon, can beat the Denver Nuggets.
No, he was talking to Brandon Jennings and saying that he would cook him.
No, but this is what I'm saying too. But here's my thing, though. When we talked about college,
I think it's funny.
College basketball fanatic. I'm not gonna hold you. When they was arguing about college, when Rashawn McCants was talking crazy, I ain't gonna lie. He was dumb cold in college. That's an area where you can talk in. That's where you get really, because he's a 2-time All-American, brought them to a natty. He was really him. He was really like that. But when he started going to that NBA route, buddy, stop. You're not there.
I'm sorry. Patrick Beverly got drafted over you, gang? Come on, bro.
No, Patrick Beverly made him quit in the workout.
No, we know. I'm just saying.
That's crazy.
Bro, talking about the LA Lakers.
But bro, I'm just giving you my perspective. If he thinks that, Let them have it. That's I don't care to comment on it because at the end of the day, I'm not on that level,
but
so I don't care to comment on something.
Just think about this. Just think about this. And we know how he talks crazy about other athletes, but when it's like, no, hold on, no. I'm talking about. I'm bringing up another example. That a dude that used to play. Why do you think Emmanuel Acho never talks crazy about people that he used to play? Why do you think he knows his place? Emmanuel Acho is a great college player, and he didn't pan out in the league. But you don't see him talking crazy the way he do because you really can't match up to the guys that you talking crazy about. When he's sitting next to Shady and James Jones, he give them props because they were better than him. And we're talking about other conversations like, yo, Shady ran 217 in the snow. This and that. I can never do blah, blah, blah. Rashad McCants, bro, you was a draft bust. And you talking crazy like you was the number one pick.
That's the problem.
The problem, bro.
That's the problem that I have with it because I get where Dub's coming from because he's like, hey, both of them better than me. And I understand that. But also just from a standpoint of just having self-awareness, you got to know your place in the ecosystem. For real, you got to know your place in the ecosystem. Like the reality is, sir, you, Keyshawn Johnson, in your time weren't like that. And the reality is, if you drop a dude like Richard Sherman into that era, he's going to play even better because he's not having to he's getting the rules where he can still put hands on you. That's
like physical,
corner. Like if y'all locked up back then, he putting you in solitary confinement. And also, if we drug you out in your prime and dropped you into the 2010s, guess what's happening? You're also getting put in solitary confinement.
Clamp City.
Hey, I mean, like I said, if they want to crap talk each other, I mean, I'm all for it. I enjoy it. My whole thing is we'll never know unless we have a time machine. So whenever two athletes are getting at each other like that, I just admire the show. I think it's funny to watch. I don't care to comment on it.
Kind of good, wasn't he?
He was good, but he wasn't on no crate. He was never a top 5 wide receiver. Not even top 10.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if we comparing careers, I mean, I guess Richard Sherman had a better career than Keyshawn Johnson.
He was a way better player, relative.
He was a far better player.
Way better player. But
he had a better career, but I don't know if he was a better player. That's what I'm saying. I mean, Keyshawn Johnson was a pretty solid receiver. He was wide receiver one on whatever team he was on.
On his team, cool. And he was a solid receiver. Richard Sherman was the best cornerback.
So if it's wide receiver one versus corner one, I mean, Richard Sherman.
No, he was the wide receiver one. No,
Richard Sherman's not really a man corner.
No. This is what we're not going to do. Keyshawn Johnson was the wide receiver one for his team, not the wide receiver one in the league. Richard Sherman, not even a man corner, was cornerback one league.
Or cornerback two.
Pat Pete was there too. So even if you want to say that, he was top 2 in the league.
Because when he was good, Revis was good. Revis was one.
Revis was on his way out.
Yeah, Revis was. I mean, he was no.
Richard Sherman was a top 3 lock cornerback in the league,
wasn't he? When
that was the last year we saw Darrelle Revis actually be good.
Okay, so do you think Richard Sherman, at the very least in his peak, was a top 3 cornerback in the league?
Yeah, he was the top 3.
Where was Keyshawn Johnson?
That's what I'm saying. He had a better career. He had a better career, but
if they went
one-on-one,
we're not talking career.
I think Richard might have some trouble with Keyshawn
I'll put it like
Johnson.
This. Now, you know why I say no? Even though every dog had his day, because I've seen Stevie Johnson multiple times cook Darrelle Revis, I have literally seen, even though Sherman's not known for man-to-man, I have seen him travel a whole game and guard the best receiver in AB and held him to 40 yards.
I mean, because he always had Earl Thomas in Cam Chancellor
traveling man to man,
running around roaming, and so it made it to. And AB's whole game was the deep ball. AB can't go deep if Earl Thomas is gonna smack him every time he goes deep.
But the thing is,
it helped him. It helped him. Honestly, it really helped him.
Sherman have no help though. That's
once Sherman, when you think about it, once Earl Thomas left. once Earl Thomas left the Seahawks, I mean, what was Sherman? I mean, like,
Let me say this real quick.
And once Cam left the Seahawks, what really was Sherman?
I'm not gonna hold you. I think y'all I think the whole cover 3 based in the zone thing, y'all kind of bait and weirded out and like.
But Sherman was good though. I'm just saying, like versus a number 1 receiver, man on man.
Antonio Brown clears Keyshawn Johnson.
When you bail in cover 3, you're basically in man. Like that area that you're supposed that third year guarding, that's all your area. Mm-hmm. So even though he's still looking at the quarterback and still guarding the receiver, he's still in man. And also in that game, specifically when I brought up AB, he was trying to man to man and he had no help.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like Keyshawn Johnson, like
I just need to.
He's not doing nothing. Like
Keyshawn Johnson ain't nowhere near them receivers. Sherman was guarding.
Before we go any further, I just have to clarify what you were saying, Trent, because you're right. But it's specific because people think the whole thing with Richard Sherman, which is why people don't give him enough respect, is because they're like, oh, well, you were a zone corner. They played match cover 3. The way that works, if you are a corner. If the number 1 receiver on your side goes more than 10 yards vertical, you have to carry him. That means it is man to man. So essentially, what he did,
but you hand them off at a certain point, right?
No, you don't. But that's
not in match. Not in match.
In match 3, the moment your number 1 receiver goes vertical, if that motherfucker runs literally across the field, that means you are going with him.
Like
that is man to man.
But Keyshawn get a rep.
Understand that they just heard cover 3 and said, "Oh, well, it's zone." No, it's not that simple. Y'all
even in the era that Keyshawn Johnson played in, he wasn't on that level.
Keyshawn's best day, I give him 8 out of 10 of Richard Sherman winning the reps. I give him 2 reps.
Whoa,
I give him 2.
Whoa.
On his best day,
Keyshawn Johnson. Oh my God!
Wait! Hold up, Trent. Hold on. Who do you think Keyshawn Johnson is?
Number 1 pick. I don't think he was. I'm not saying.
Are you getting confused with Calvin Johnson?
I'm not saying like he was Calvin Johnson or he was AB at at the top of at the line of scrimmage. But what I'm saying is that Keyshawn Johnson was a big physical receiver. Like Richard Sherman was a pretty big corner, but Keyshawn Johnson was a big physical receiver. Like his thing would be like, man, a one-on-one situation, throw it up to me. Like,
but physical receivers don't like big physical corners.
But pause. Sherman is big and lengthy as well. And he's like, let's keep it above. Other than Champ,
he was big. I mean, he was
but also too, other than Champ Bailey, who Keyshawn mentioned, I'm taking Richard Sherman, not thinking twice about it over any other corners he also mentioned that.
Because they brought in and Dion too, because I remember
Dion. Yeah. Obviously, but we look at Richard again. Antonio Brown, mind you, who's a way better receiver than Keyshawn, way more shifty, way better route runner. Like Richard Sherman was putting that man in the box.
That's what I'm saying. Like it would be different if like Keyshawn Johnson, like his skill set would kind of scare me. He was a big, tall receiver that he would move pretty well, but
his game was 50 balls.
Yeah, there's nothing else that he gives me to where I'm be like, if he guarded against Richard Sherman, who I've seen have good reps against Calvin Johnson, I've seen good reps against what's his name? Odell Beckham, AB,
and I guess his claim to fame is stopping Michael Crabtree game winner. So y'all right, you know what I'm saying. All right, I'll give it to you. Like I said, Richard Sherman got a better career. Like I said, he got a better career.
No, he's also the way better player. At the end of the
day, I just felt like Keyshawn Johnson. You know what I'm saying? At least
I want to hear your take though. You said Lamar the best black quarterback ever. I want to hear that, bro.
That's crazy.
Best black quarterback.
Hold on, before you go, let me read this off real quick. McKen said, "Papa bad coach. He couldn't win with the stars. He didn't have clown. Keyshawn dated Serena in 02. Acho is peaches.
That's
talk
crazy.
Like he hyper.
Acho's holding that show back. I just want to say that.
You think he is? I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, I think
I think he kind of brings something value.
There's a certain individual that's holding our show back, but I'm not gonna say it.
You gonna say Joy Taylor? I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say Joy Taylor.
No, I think she's very inconsistent. I think she's very inconsistent.
No, I think this is the reason why. This is the reason why I think Acho's holding the show back. I think Acho's holding the show back because he always wants to come from an angle as an analyst or like a journalist when he needs to get over the fact that he had a crappy football career and just come from the position of a football player. That would make him more relatable, and that would make him seem less of like, because all that old technical whatever he be doing, it's annoying. And when he goes on his long talks and his long, like, don't nobody want to hear that. That's the reason why Wiley left, because you always trying to get me to talk about some other BS when I just want to talk football. Let's talk football. And whenever he wants to have a real football take, what does he do? He passes it on to the better football players, McCoy or James, whoever that James, I can't remember his last name.
James Jones.
Like, he passes it on to, the better football player, when really, if he would just come as because that's what he is. He's not a journalist. He's not an analyst. He's a retired football player. Just come come from the perspective of, like, use your experience, bro. Even though, like, you was crappy, so what? It's a lot of crappy football players on air that we love, or a lot of crappy basketball players that we love. Look at Kendrick Perkins. He's terrible.
That's real, though.
You're spitting because Dan Orlovsky was awful.
Dan Orlovsky ran into the end zone. Like, ran into the end zone on a play. Like, he thought, like,
Acho is known for watching the stat can. He plays ball. He knows certain stats have mad context to it. He don't even care. Like, Doug, we talk about the winning as a QB stat. He's
Acho. Oh my
God. He literally said, hold on, G-Bay. Look, he literally said the game, like, Deshaun Watson and them beat the Ravens. He finally had a good game, right? He literally said for that whole stretch, he was looking like Houston, Texas, Deshaun Watson, because they were 5-1 in that stretch.
And you know what's so crazy? He's such a win as a QB stat guy, and loves Tua.
Because he wins.
Not really surprising.
I think he
has a good regular season. He's just 0-1 in the playoffs.
Now, all the clips I've seen, he likes to be devil's advocate. That's what I've noticed. He just takes the devil's advocate. He likes to be anti-Lamar because, like, it's he knows it's gonna get like takes. He likes to be anti, like, whatever it is that, like, like, whatever, like, the popular take is, he'll take, like, the opposite take just to be devil's advocate, trying to
contrary,
prove that he's a good debater. Like, when, bro, who cares? Like, bro, let's talk, like, be real, talk football, bro. Like, nobody cares about your degrees, bro. Like, we care that, like, you play football.
So I want to talk about, you're talking about, because I remember you was talking about in the chat, talking about,
where'd he go?
He lagged out.
I did want to add up. Keyshawn Johnson's best year, he had 1 touchdown.
Why are we talking so much about, like, ESPN guys? Like, it don't matter to me. Like, it really don't matter to me. But so you said you had to cook Lamar Jackson?
Nah, I said I wanted to cook on behalf of Lamar because I felt like y'all was talking, like, y'all was trying to downplay what my guy is, like, and I'm not feeling it. I think he's honestly the most talented QB in the NFL right now. I don't think there's a QB that can do what he does, like, at all. And I think he can do everything that all these other QBs can do, like, 100%. Like, I don't think there's a QB in the NFL that can do what Lamar can do at all. Like, at all. And I think Lamar can do it all.
As an athlete, for sure.
As a passer as well. As a passer,
that's
what
where you
can
start
he not do? What is it that Lamar? Tell me what Lamar can't do. Tell me what arm angle Lamar can't give you. Tell me.
But it's not about what he can't do. It's about how many people do it better than him.
I was just about to say, can I speak to this?
I don't know, Trey, because you said Lamar Jackson was the third best passer in the league over Aaron Rodgers and some other. Oh, snap! Is he?
I literally walked back.
I'm just messing with you, Trey.
You love doing that, bro. Like we could walk something back and you still bring it up. That's crazy.
Now, because when we do it to him, he get all mad. Hey.
Now what you mean?
I literally walked it back. You
bring up old time.
But Trey, go ahead.
On me all the time, man.
Let me just say this about Lamar, because y'all know me. I'm the resident Lamar defender on the show or whatever. But as much as I love Lamar, if you're saying like the total package of being a passer and being able to do what he does with his legs, cool. I could agree with that. The issue is the moment we start talking about like the passing, I'm not saying he's not great at it. He is. He gets slighted as a passer more often than not. But what we not gonna do is lie.
This is my question. What does Mahomes look like this year with the trash talent he's had? What does Mahomes look like? Honestly,
he's
still the best quarterback.
Right? Like Mahomes.
He's looked like Lamar for the past couple years, in my opinion.
What?
No.
It's minus the running. Passing wise, he's the passer. We've been saying the same thing. Get this whole year. We've been saying get Lamar, get Pat Mahomes some weapons. If his receivers would only catch passes, he looked great. He looked amazing.
He still looks amazing. He
still looks amazing.
He just doesn't have the numbers and touchdowns.
No, Mahomes has not, bro. They have not looked good this whole year. They ain't been able to score. When have we ever been able to say that about a Mahomes offense, that they can't score?
It's
not because of Mahomes.
It's not Mahomes.
And we not
blaming
Mahomes.
Able to score. Them not being able to score has nothing to do with Mahomes.
Yeah, you try to score. Them not being
able to score has nothing to do with because Mahomes.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying about. That's what I'm saying about Lamar for the past however long. It hasn't been Lamar's fault.
But nobody.
It hasn't been his fault.
Mookie's not here.
Mookie ain't here.
Oh, but Patrick Mahomes, he's still hitting the guys in his hands. He's still hitting the passes in the spots he needs to. Yeah, does he have a bad game like the Raiders game? Everyone does. Mahomes ain't perfect. He's gonna have a bad game here and there, but Mahomes is still Mahomes. If Mahomes wasn't Mahomes
is Mahomes. He's Mahomes is Mahomes. I'm not saying Mahomes ain't that guy. But I'm saying Lamar is the most talented QB in the NFL because there's nothing that Lamar can't do. And that's why I can't wait. That's why it's so perfect that he's playing Patrick Mahomes in the AFC Championship. That's the reason why it's so perfect.
Hey, rebuttal question. What can Mahomes? Tell me what Mahomes can't do.
Mahomes can do everything, but he can't run the way that Lamar can. He runs like he got jeans on.
So then answer this: the gap between Lamar's scramble and rushing ability, and Mahomes, as opposed to Mahomes' passing ability and Lamar's, which one's bigger?
I like everything. I like Patty. I love Patty Mahomes, but Lamar, what Lamar has shown me, the arm angles, his ability to his release is quick. Like he can throw it just as far, and it looked like flick of the wrist, bro. Like
it's been like that.
Well, let me ask you this, bro.
And it's always been like that with Lamar, and that's why I'm just like the only problem is that he's never had the offensive coordinator that believed in him, and he wasn't paid. Like for the past couple of years, I feel like since his MVP season, he wasn't paid. So like, why would I go out there and risk my if he had an agent, no agent would have let him go out there for the MVP. Like the Ravens was getting lucky. The Ravens was getting lucky that he was going.
Real quick, so I'll let you know how many quarterbacks have played on
we're not gonna say.
So I just want to ask you this one thing. You basically, because I feel what you're saying. Like so I just want to ask you this one question. You think Lamar the best quarterback in the league? You personally?
Yeah.
Do you think?
I think this year, because I think playing quarterback is also
just overall.
Overall, yeah. I think Lamar's the best. Yeah, I think Lamar's the best.
I don't know if I'm gonna go that far.
I think Lamar's the best this year.
I mean, I still think it's Mahomes.
And I think this Sunday he's gonna show why he's the best, and he's gonna show why he's like the real prototype. Like,
so you think
he's
this
the
game,
real like
you think Lamar winning this game
prototype.
is gonna make him QB1?
I'm not gonna lie.
I think Lamar gonna put himself on the
Lamar
map.
can't be the prototype because no one runs a 4.3 and has an arm like him.
Right.
But I think
a lot
of people gonna be chasing him. This is what a lot of
people be running 4.3s with rocket arms.
True.
Yeah, like you can't.
But I think he's gonna get Jaden McDaniels. I think he's gonna get Jaden McDaniels drafted higher than he should.
You're talking about Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels, my bad. Why I say McDaniels?
I'm gonna be honest. He's nothing like Lamar Jackson.
I'm gonna say
he's nothing like Lamar, but he's gonna get him drafted higher than he should.
I want to set this record straight real quick. I just want to set this record straight. Just because we see a black quarterback that can run fast, that don't make them Lamar. Just because we see a white quarterback that got a big arm, don't make. Just because we see another white quarterback that's big, don't make him Mac Jones. Like,
and that don't make Caleb Williams Pat Mahomes. Like, I personally don't, because I think the thing about Pat Mahomes is that he can make his team believe in him. I don't know if Caleb Williams got that.
Oh my God!
All of that.
Wait, stay right there. So you thought Mahomes coming out of Texas Tech, he made his teammates believe in them?
That's true, but I mean, like,
what are we talking about? I think people forget.
Then he showed it. That's true.
When Mahomes came out, bro.
But I mean,
he was gonna be this, bro.
I think it's a lot of, and I don't like. It's just too much. Like it's a lot surrounding Caleb Williams, and it don't feel like I don't know. I just don't feel good about, like, I feel the same way I felt about Trent. What the hell is his name? Trevor Lawrence. The same way I felt about Trevor Lawrence.
I'm not lying. The way Caleb coming out and the way he's out is two different things, bro.
He's giving me Caleb Williams vibes.
This is why I think people generally are like not rocking with Caleb Williams as we speak right now. Not saying you, just the general public. First, he's been the best quarterback in the nation for too long. You know, when somebody's number one for that long, people won't try to start stirring up conversations and try to make it seem like he really not the best QB in the nation. Second, this is a whole different conversation, but this part too.
I was about to say that, Trent.
People don't like when he do that and what he's doing with that and painting his nails and saying all this other stuff. I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying, like, the general public, they don't want quarterbacks painting their nails, this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then, again, third, recency bias. Like, every time, everybody highlights Caleb Williams crying when they losing, even though he's being a competitor. Just when they losing, they always talk about his lows. Never talk about his highs. Like, I think he had 4 picks this college football season, and 3 came from one game.
Yep. From Notre Dame.
Like Caleb Williams.
That was his worst game of his whole career.
He's been the best player for the past 2-3 years, and he gets.
I mean,
all the I think
he's gonna get drafted. He's gonna get drafted number 1. I just don't think he's.
What's your main concerns about him?
Okay, but also too, you gotta remember, Pat Mahomes was not supposed to be this. Genuinely, bro, people forget, bro. Pat Mahomes at Texas Tech, I get it. He had that game against Baker Mayfield in Oklahoma.
What pick was it Pat Mahomes' 4th?
No, he was
11.
He was 10 to 11 because Mitch Trubisky got drafted 2nd, and the Chiefs traded up with the Bills, I believe, to go get Mahomes because Andy Reid liked him. But, like, let's be real. That trade doesn't happen. I don't know if Mahomes was going to – he might have. I'm not saying he doesn't. I don't know if Mahomes goes first round because it was Trubisky and Deshaun. Those were the guys that they were saying should be 1 and 2, and the Bears just messed it up. The Bears messed it up, really, because they should have just got Deshaun and stopped playing. But they messed it up, right? So they OD drafted on Mitch Trubisky. Deshaun Watson was, like, pretty much the next one. When the Chiefs traded up, we all thought, they're getting Deshaun. Oh my God, they're getting Deshaun. Like, that's crazy. Houston.
But I mean, Pat did lead like a prolific, and I mean, I know Texas Tech was known for having like a lot of passing yards, but I mean, Pat Mahomes took it to like But
if Patrick Mahomes, what he is now, if that's what he was coming out of college, he would have been the number 1 overall pick.
but he was close enough. I mean, he was first round.
He wasn't. You know why he wasn't close enough? Hold on. You know why he wasn't close enough? Hold on. You know why he wasn't close enough? He didn't play his rookie year.
Like they did sit him.
He sit him.
If Mahomes was supposed to be this guy, he would have been the first overall.
I mean, but it was Alex Smith. I mean,
Alex
it only made sense to sit him.
What is Alex
Smith?
What is Alex Smith, bro?
They got him up out of there eventually. That's what he was. He was a placeholder.
Wait, perfect question. Does Deshaun Watson sit behind Alex Smith?
And you got to think, Pat Mahomes is like like a different.
Does Deshaun Watson sit behind Alex Smith if he gets drafted to the Chiefs?
No.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but why would for a little bit? Yeah.
No, he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't, bro.
For a little bit, yeah. At the time, you got to think about the time. Like this wasn't like you got. This was like it was still when Pat Mahomes was drafted. This was before like people really just like felt like, if I got an actual decent QB, if I got a placeholder QB, I'm not just gonna throw my QB out in the fire. Like they wasn't really throwing QBs out in the fire like that. With Pat Mahomes rookie season, like you had some with trash organizations.
Didn't Mitch Trubisky and Deshaun Watson both start week 1 in the same draft?
Yeah, but
what do you mean they're not throwing quarterbacks in the fire?
But did they have Alex Smith as they play as the placeholder QB?
What do y'all think Alex Smith was? My God,
he wasn't like, but he was Alex Smith. He was a placeholder. He was known as a decent QB.
He was
known as a decent QB.
He was mid,
bro. I ain't gonna hold you. The fact that we talking about Alex Smith,
Alex
Smith, if
Deshaun Watson would have got,
why y'all acting like
Deshaun Watson would have got drafted
to the playoffs?
Nah, but I feel like because
the only problem was that Alex Smith, like literally, his whole thing was that he couldn't get him over the hump. He's a good QB, but he won't throw it down the field.
Go ahead, Trey.
You know how many quarterbacks could have went
drafted Pat Mahomes
and did the same thing? You know how many quarterbacks could have literally went and started 9-1, finished 10-6, and blew 20-point leads to Andrew Luck and lost to Marcus Mariota? You know how many quarterbacks could have went and did that with Andy Reid? We love gassing up Andy Reid, but mind you, if we're gonna gas up Andy Reid, gas him with Alex Smith too. Tyreek and Travis Kelce was there too. Kareem Hunt was there.
I'm just saying, bro. Like even Lamar didn't start his rookie season, bro, because
he wasn't ready. Lamar was not ready.
But he ended up starting eventually. He ended up getting. They ended up giving it to him.
Okay, can I go?
Bro. That's how it happens in decent organizations. You don't get thrown out into the fire as a.
Look, I hear you, and I don't fully disagree with that last statement you made. However, I have to say this first with Mahomes. The reason why they took him was because the upside that he provided, given the weapons that they already had in place. You had Kareem Hunt, you had Tyreek Hill, you had Travis Kelce.
You traded up to get him.
You traded up to get him because the upside was there. However, the reason why they sat him is because he was not ready to play at the NFL level. He said it himself year 3, where he's looking at people after he's already won an MVP and thrown for 5,000 yards. And he's looking at people in year 3 saying,
think it was him just talking just to talk?
No, it's not. No. Wait, hold on. Wait, I just need to finish. He was literally looking at people and saying, hey, guys, I'm just now learning how to read defense. Like, prime example, that fat egg that we talk about in the playoffs against the Bengals. You want to know how that happened? It wasn't anything miraculous. He literally got confused because he was playing a team that played nothing but quarters and cover 6 and all these 2 high shells, and they would show that 2 high shell pre-snap, and then post-snap, they would go into cover 1 cross. He literally got fooled by cover 1 robber in Madden.
That's what's gonna happen this Sunday, but y'all.
But that's not the point, though. That's not the point.
That's not the point. But that's what's gonna happen this Sunday.
Because mind you, when Patrick Mahomes was coming out of Texas Tech, right? Even though he put up the numbers, the yards, and all that, we were not looking at him in this manner, which is one of the reasons. Deshaun Watson, I mean, shoot, you had Dabo Swinney, who everybody was calling one of the best coaches in the league, calling this man Michael Jordan, bro.
Bro, holla T-Pain on the perk. He's hilarious. He's hilarious.
That is hilarious.
But like, bro, they were calling Deshaun Watson Michael Jordan, bro. Like,
well, so Stat, I want to ask you this, bro, because you said Lamar is the best QB in the league. So, what if, like, just flat out the Chiefs win and just Mahomes just outplayed Lamar? Would you put Mahomes back as the best QB in the league, or what would you think? What's gonna be your thoughts after that?
Yeah, bro. If Mahomes go out there and go crazy, bro, then yeah, bro. But I just
and that is my problem.
I just don't see it happening.
One
That's
game should not move you.
I don't see it happening.
One game should not move you.
My whole thing is with the Lamar.
One game shouldn't move me. I mean,
you're basing who's going to be QB1 off this.
This is why I don't agree. This is why I don't agree with that, because this is the NFL. It's not like they play a billion times. Like, oh, you do a 7-game series in like the NBA. This is the NFL. Like, you don't get like, like heavyweight matchups often in the NFL. So like when you go together, when Tom Brady plays Pat Mahomes, that means something. That's the reason why Pat Mahomes can't be the GOAT, because you went up against the old Tom Brady twice. And you lost 2 different teams.
It's context. Oh, wait, I got you. Now I got you. I got him, G. I got him. Watch this. In 2021, who's the best quarterback in the league?
Pat.
How? Joe Burrow beat him. It doesn't make sense. Joe Burrow beat him in the conference championship game.
Pat.
That's a heavyweight match, bro.
You can have you can be the best. You can be the best. You can have a good year. You can have a good year and lose, bro.
No. Stop.
You can have a good year.
No.
What you
just said, Stat.
I don't see how that proves any. I don't see how y'all bring up another man's accomplishment and then try to use that argument to like it's like a straw man's argument.
Stat, you're not listening to your own argument. You just
I'm
said
listening,
right now.
bro.
No,
I'm talking about Tom Brady and Pat.
Hold up, Trent. I got him. You just said right now.
God.
If you just said 2 things right now. One, you said Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the league, and then you said if If Mahomes beats him and outplays him, then you're putting Mahomes back at 1. So in 2021, you thought Mahomes was the best quarterback, but Joe Burrow beat him. So why was Joe Burrow not better than Patrick Mahomes?
I mean,
and you just said you can
so he was the best QB that year. I mean, shit, whatever. I mean, he was the best QB that year. I mean,
do you personally believe Joe Burrow?
Was Pat had the better regular season that year? Like,
do you believe Joe Burrow was the better quarterback?
Really good regular season.
Do you believe Joe Burrow was the best quarterback?
Joe Burrow didn't have a better regular season than Pat Mahomes that year. Like,
has Lamar Jackson ever thrown for 4,000 yards in a season?
No, but I mean, he's had more than 4,000. He's had more than 4,000 yards, like rushing in passing.
You talking about all purpose? You talking about
all purpose?
Cool.
Yeah.
Mahomes has done 5K twice and had more yards than Lamar has had combined twice. One of them with Juju as his best weapon. So what are we talking about right now?
Lamar has 2 MVPs, bro, with Greg Roman as the coordinator. Greg Roman's not an offensive. Greg Roman doesn't have a job right now, by the way. Greg Roman's unemployed.
Okay, so here's my thing though. Let me clarify because G Baby's
Greg Roman's been unemployed.
This is why I asked that question. You said we don't get heavyweight matchups that often, and you beating somebody head to head basically matters and it moves you. Joe Burrow beat Patrick Mahomes in 2021, and he twice.
He took the crown. That was the year he took the crown. That's the reason.
So beating Mahomes
so beating Mahomes took the crown.
So wait, does that mean Matt Stafford took the crown from him in the Super Bowl?
Oh my God!
Gotta be right. Gotta be
right.
Die on this hill, Stat. Die on this hill. Please die on this hill.
I don't know, because the reason why it's not crazy is because Matt Stafford is a vet QB. We don't really put in work in the NFL. So if Matt Stafford,
you dying on these hills,
Matt Stafford taking it to the top and coming out on and being the king of the hill, like it's not that crazy to me, bro. Because Matt Stafford is actually he's actually like that. He's actually been seen.
Okay, cool. I got you. Okay, cool. I got another question for you, right? Since we
I mean, even Kurt Warner, like he got like Kurt Warner, like even Kurt Warner
I love you.
I got him. Hey, we talking about
he's consistent.
I got another scenario, right? Lamar Jackson beat Patrick Mahomes. Brock Purdy, they clash again for the rematch. Brock Purdy beats Lamar Jackson. We saying Brock Purdy the best quarterback in the league?
Stat,
Brock Purdy's not beating.
Don't do it.
Not entertaining. I'm not entertaining. I'm not even going to entertain. I'm not entertaining. Brock Purdy don't belong in the conversation, bro.
No, answer the question.
Brock Purdy don't belong. No, Brock Purdy.
Answer the question.
Brock Purdy don't. No, because Brock Purdy don't belong in the.
Wait, does Matt Stafford belong in the same tier as Mahomes?
Don't you dare say it.
Man, Matt Stafford, bro. He got a Super Bowl, bro. Like,
I got a question.
He got a lot of records, bro. Like, why do y'all keep saying Matt Stafford? Like, he's amazing.
Matt Stafford in the same tier as Mahomes.
Man, you and Dub would make good friends. That's fair.
Like, he's a made man, bro. Like, why do y'all keep saying
okay, so before Matt Stafford won that Super Bowl, was he ever in the tier of Mahomes?
No, but when he won that Super Bowl, put him in there, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
so Matt Stafford in 2021. So Matt Stafford in 2021 was the best quarterback in the league, then, right?
Man, they made the trade.
It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. Was he the best quarterback in the league after he won the Super Bowl?
The question yes or no? The question was more than one word, so let the answer be more than one word.
That is a dumb logic. Obviously,
it is dumb logic.
What question is ever less than a word?
It's a dumb question.
Whatever question is less than a word. English 101. English 101. What question is ever just one word?
Listen, bro.
How many questions are there that are less than one word or one word? Listen, of course, you need to have more than one word to ask the question.
Yes, but let me give you. That's
not what he said.
The reasoning. No, they made a trade for the man so they could win the Super Bowl. The mission that year was win the Super Bowl.
Okay, cool.
What did he do?
Okay, cool. So does that make him the best quarterback in the league?
No. What did he do?
Yes, he won the Super Bowl. So that means he was the best quarterback in the league to you, then, right?
Yes. What did he do?
Hold on, I already answered that question.
Wait.
I answered that question already.
Time out. I got a question. Stat. If Jared Goff leads the Lions to the Super Bowl, is he the best quarterback in the league this year?
Oh my God.
Because he was traded there to die. He wasn't traded there to win. Matt Stafford was
Why
traded
not?
there.
It's the same logic. Because he would have to beat Lamar to do it. If he wins the Super Bowl, he would have to beat. No. Everything is hypothetical. Stop saying nothing's gonna happen.
Ravens played the Lions. It's a blowout, just like it was the first.
And if it doesn't happen, then what? And if it doesn't happen, then what? If it doesn't happen, then what?
They don't have no pelts on the wall.
If it doesn't happen, then what, Stat?
What do they have?
Why are you avoiding the question, Stat? If it doesn't happen, then what? If it doesn't happen, then what? We don't avoid questions here. If it doesn't happen,
you giving me a hypothetical, and then you telling me I can't use hypotheticals, bro. Like I don't see it.
You're not answering the question.
I can't give you the answer because I don't see it happening, bro.
No, we're asking you by your logic. Hold up, Dub. We're asking you by your logic. If Jared Goff beats Lamar, so this is the scenario that we're painting. If Jared Goff beats Lamar in the Super Bowl,
Matthew Stafford is that the reason why I said Matthew Stafford was the best is because he was traded. They traded for him because they thought he was a Super Bowl caliber quarterback. They traded for him that year. He won the Super Bowl that year. I don't know what you want me to tell you, bro. That was the goal. That's what he did, and he got. And he was seen, and he got a lot of records. He's never been seen as
Hey, that's the best comment I've seen.
Wait, I got you. Hey, Bet, perfect. So Bet, I'm a lay this scenario out.
You can't say
everything you just said.
Purdy
No, wait. With everything you just said, wait, I got you. Lay the scenario out. Jared Goff got traded to Detroit to die. He was basically supposed to be replaced by now. In year 3, he's playing in the NFC Championship and about to make a Super Bowl on a team that we all agree was worse than that Rams team right now. So therefore, would that not be more impressive if he wins a Super Bowl with a worse team, and especially when he got sent to die? Would that not be more impressive than what Matt Stafford did on a loaded team, mind you? Would that not be more impressive?
It'd be impressive, but I mean,
would it be more impressive than what Matt Stafford did?
Be more impressive because it'll be an impressive feat because I don't see it happening.
Okay, let me read some super chats. Right? They want a bunny hopper to be the face of the NFL.
That's crazy.
That is a wild thing to say. It's
insane.
Pat, Lamar, and everyone else. Let's not forget he dragged Michael Crabtree and Willie Snead to the playoffs. Josh/Joe have too much help to fail. G Baby sounds like he a frustrated parent.
Yeah,
you can't come in.
bro.
Salute to you guys. Well, I do think, and so I do think honestly, especially after this season, I entertained the Joe Burrow. Even Josh Allen, but honestly, bro, Lamar is just a clear second to me.
Yo, like how we've been saying, bro.
And that's not a bad thing.
But I'm saying, but we said though, besides Patrick Mahomes, ain't no QB for real that's showing you like
question.
Really here we go.
I need to find out where J-Rob is, right?
Yeah.
And you know what? I think I'll ask him this on press box. You know how I said that if Matthew Stafford makes the postseason this year, a team that was not supposed to make the postseason at all, you know, where are they going to be ranking him and putting them all in the NFL, right?
Yeah.
So the man has a Super Bowl ring, clearly has the talent. A team that was supposed to die this year. We're talking about the Lions and Jared Goff killing his career on the Lions. The Rams were supposed to be dead. They were supposed to be like a 5-6 win team. They over here find a way to make it to the postseason. Big part of the reason because Matthew Stafford and who he is. So how is Matthew Stafford the top 5 quarterback if we value wins and losses that much?
I don't. I mean, but you know, I mean, that's hey, bro.
I mean, if you want to put
You know what? That's a great question, Dub.
He's got to be top 5.
Wait. Dub,
he's got to be better than Justin Herbert.
Stat. What are your top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now? What are your top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now?
Stafford should be 5. He should be better than Herbert.
Josh, Stafford, CJ.
Oh, I like this list actually.
It's not a bad list.
It's not a bad list. It's just
I think that's what you gotta say because Burrow's injury prone. Purdy's a fraud. Who was also a fraud? Dak is Mark Sanchez.
Dak been a fraud. What are we talking about?
Dak is Mark Sanchez. That's tough.
You know, like I mean, Jared Goff he's Jared Goff. I mean,
wait. Hold up. I just thought about something. You might hate me for this, but I just thought about something right now.
Mm-hmm.
If Lamar hasn't beat Patrick Mahomes yet in the playoffs, he might this week. I think he will. But
first time
beat him, my point. So if you've had other people because they beat Mahomes as the best quarterback in the league.
Stop.
Mahomes is the last one to win the Super Bowl, and ain't nobody beat him in the playoffs yet. Why is he not QB1?
Oh my God!
By your logic.
Damn. Oh yeah. Damn.
The reverse.
Because Lamar. The answer is because Lamar didn't play.
Is the question? Why is Pat Mahomes not QB1?
Because
your logic, what we just went through.
Lamar didn't play. Lamar didn't play in the postseason, so he can't.
Oh yeah, Lamar didn't play last year.
So with that being said, how can he be above Patrick Mahomes? You guys are just
I don't want to get into this, please.
He's great. Show you. He's just great.
Listen, I get it. I love Lamar too.
You gonna be like, wow, that's why bro was talking all
like listen, like. I get it. I get it. I love Lamar too. Before I even been on the platform, I've been a huge Lamar guy. But like, even if he beats Mahomes, which we all are honestly expecting him to do, I don't think you can still say right at that point in time, yeah, he's still better than Mahomes, even if he beats
I just think he'll be I think he'd be locked top 2, and then
he's top 2.
If he performs,
if he beats Mahomes, he's top 2.
Like he plays good in this,
and he plays really good.
He plays good in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I just think I get
your point that like
if you would have asked the fan base of every NFL franchise who would they trade their quarterback for or who would they rather have as their quarterback, I bet you Lamar would come out on top.
No, I would say Mahomes.
No, you know why I wouldn't?
I still don't see people saying
they would say Mahomes. You know why? Because most fans just care about rings, and Mahomes got the most rings in the league right now.
Like after this game, when you see the difference in speed between, because it's gonna matter. Like it's gonna matter. Like when you see the difference in speed and running, because Lamar's gonna run for 100. He's gonna run for 100.
This isn't like this is something new.
400, and he's probably gonna throw for over 175. And then Pat's gonna struggle the whole game. and then like y'all gonna be like, "Dang, bro, if Pat has some wheels, if
man,
Pat has some
okay,
wheels,
so I'm
and
gonna
then
put it
bro
like this.
had jeans on,
I'll put it like this. Hold on,
like,
before you go, Grant.
oh
I'll put it
my
like
God,
this.
he would have won that game.
I hope you don't end up like Average Joe, because Average Joe said the same thing about Brock Purdy and them smashing the Ravens and saying all this stuff, and we haven't seen him since.
The difference.
Hey, so if
I'm
Lamar,
a Lamar dude, and I'm a Lamar dude, and I never was dumb, and I'm just not dumb enough to think that Brock Purdy is. Look, Brock Purdy is a decent quarterback. Like he's, in my opinion, he's a generational talent to backup. Like he was born to have like a clipboard in his hand.
Yo, the setup is crazy.
Like the headset was made for him.
Oh my God.
Like the headset, like he was made to wear a headset, bro. He was made to hold a clipboard and tell dudes like Pat Mahomes, like, yeah, bro, you did real good that play, bro. But see, if you just would have hit bro right here on the flat, like you would have had a like
it's crazy.
But don't let me be one thing.
Yo, he said he's a generational talent.
backup,
like, bro. And that's the reason, and that's the real reason why they got smacked by the Ravens like they did, because he threw one pick. They was like, all right, bro. Like the defense was like, all right, bro, you did that. That's cool, bro. Like we'll let that slide. He threw another pick. They said, bro, he's exactly what we thought he was, bro. We have no chance. And that's the reason why they haven't looked this like the same dominant 49ers this whole year.
I'm glad he's bringing this up. Because what if Brock Purdy does lose to the Detroit Lions? When he's not,
they gonna hate him. He's not. They gonna hate him. They gonna
bring
him back next year.
Trent, perfect. Are they gonna be saying we need to draft a quarterback?
I was just about to say.
Listen. They're gonna bring him back next year, but like, you know what I'm saying. At the end of the day, like, he's gonna have to either take a very team-friendly deal, and even then, even if he takes a team-friendly deal, I still see them drafting the quarterback. You're gonna have to draft the quarterback, bro. Like,
you know what I see,
bro? You know what I see. You know he's Mr. Irrelevant, right? He's literally on the most team-friendly deal you could possibly do.
But G baby, how many years is that team Mr. Irrelevant deal though?
Like 3 or 4, right? It's a rookie deal.
3, so he has one more year.
I want to say 3 or 4.
Yeah, 3 or 4.
Trey, I see the vision already,
bro. But I basically, because when people start paying us,
they're gonna have one of the late picks in the first
round.
round.
Not hear about no QB issues and this. If they lose, well, first off, it will just prove that me saying that the San Francisco Cowboys always hits, and then
it would prove you wrong about the Lions being frauds.
And then it'll prove me wrong. I already said if Jared Edge balls out, y'all got it. I'm not saying another. Y'all straight. Y'all got it.
Yeah, I can't lie.
49ers win.
I think the 49ers win 2 stat, but
I don't. I'm going all in on Jared Edge. I'm going all in on Deebo.
If Deebo doesn't play, that I think the Lions win.
That's me too. If Deebo doesn't play, I think that's going to shake Purdy up. Because we all saw that second half when they said Deebo wasn't able to play.
But the thing is, do we think the Niners will play that bad again?
No,
yeah,
because you've said that before, and the time
I did say that
is bad.
I did say that, and the thing is, I don't trust Brock Purdy.
I don't either. That's my thing.
Yeah, and Brock Purdy,
wait, hold on,
rains a little bit. Like everything got to be perfect.
Go ahead, Trey.
So, do I think it's possible that they play that bad again? Yes, in fact, I do. So we've been talking about this defense. Did anybody really watch that game, or did we all just forget that up until Jordan Love was possessed by the spirit of Brett Favre, they were running outside zone up and down that vaunted defense?
Chase Young a bust.
Oh no, that's solidified.
Yeah, we already knew that though. G baby, because he got traded.
Go ahead and stamp that one. So my point is this: I watched the Packers line up and run up and down the field on you with Aaron Jones and that no-name offensive line.
El Paso, Texas legend Aaron Jones.
Shout out to them.
And Romeo Dudes, baby.
All I'm saying is this. So if they could duplicate that, or they could do that against that defense, you're telling me an offense with David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs and Taylor Decker and Frank Radnow and more importantly, Penei Sewell
I think the main thing that's going to kill the 49ers, if the 49ers lose, is going to be because they couldn't stop Jahmyr Gibbs in the pass game. Like they couldn't stop
Hold on. Wait,
like,
Stat. I don't even
they
think
couldn't stop Jahmyr Gibbs in the pass game, and they couldn't stop St. Brown in the at all. Like it'll probably be because St. Brown went crazy and Jahmyr Gibbs just went crazy in the pass game. Like they just couldn't stop.
The only reason why I'm gonna give
they could definitely run on
D-line some grace because
Yeah,
every
they can.
playoff
If
game.
they do, if
The only reason why I'm
Packers
giving the
do it,
49ers D-lineman grace because every playoff game is a new game. So I'm not. I hear y'all talk about what happened last game, but it could be a totally completely different game, and we can see how just like how we saying Amon-Ra St. Brown probably gonna go crazy. It's gonna be the same thing on the back end. It's gonna be the same thing on the opposite side of the field. George Kittle.
I don't know. CJ Garner.
He's not guarding a lick. He was talking crazy to Deebo. I understand it. You can go ahead. Y'all had that piece last year.
Deebo better play. If Deebo don't play, CJ gonna be talking.
Yeah, I'm still.
He gonna be talking cash money.
Here's my thing.
He's not guarding the lick. He's not guarding Ayuk. He's not guarding Kittle. He's not guarding.
Look, just wait till he's standing in Kittle like this, like he did Brady. Just wait till he's standing in Kittle face like this, like he did Brady.
Look, all I'm saying is this. Hey, Nick Bosa, whatever you need to conjure up in your soul to get ready for this game, you should have started last week.
I mean, he is playing a white quarterback this time instead of.
Hey,
Really, they need the linebackers to show up because if they can't linebackers and safeties, if they can't stop like because the Lions like the Lions killed the Buccaneers in the middle of the field. That's really what did it for them in the fourth quarter. They couldn't stop Jahmyr Gibbs like in the pass game, and then he was just killing them like. The middle of the field was wide open. Each time Jahmyr Gibbs got the ball, nobody was around him, and he was running for like hella yards. So if the linebackers ain't ready, like if they not ready at all, because like I don't see like that. That's probably what
the linebackers will be ready. The issue that I have with this matchup currently for their defense. Your linebackers can be ready all you want. Your safeties and corners can be ready all they want. If the guys up front do not set the edge and hold at the point of attack that allows those big 300-pound linemen that would love nothing more to grab a dude like Fred Warner who gets all this acclaim and drive his little ass into the ground. That's what they want to do. This is a physical football team that wants to lean on you for 4 quarters.
I don't think the Lions are that physical, man.
Woo!
You clearly aren't watching Lions.
You are out of your mind.
You clearly are not watching.
I guess it's because I'm a Ravens fan and I seen them go up against a real physical team and they looked real soft. Like to me, they're not. To me, they're a dome team. How physical can you be? Like,
okay, I'm so tired of hearing this dome thing because you know what? You know Jared Goff, that quarterback, you know where he played in college? California. And then you know where he played after he got into the league? LA. He's been playing outside and the game is in, believe it or not, California. So that does not affect. That does not affect.
They out of California though. Like, he said, get out of California.
Okay, but you talk about him playing outside. It doesn't matter for Jared Goff. He's been doing that for years.
I think it does matter.
He's used to that environment.
He's used to that.
I think like y'all,
this is literally his best season since the Super Bowl year. This is literally his best season. Numbers are the same.
I think it's recency bias. I think it's a really good chance that like the Jared Goff of the past, you know, however long he's been in the league, shows back up. Like. I don't know, like
Jared Goff the past 2 years has
how
been
Jared Goff has so much LA, right? Like he had y'all giving him a lot of like.
No, I'm not. I didn't mention Jared Goff not one time.
But he's playing in California. He's used to that.
Wait. I'm not even talking about Jared Goff because the reality is he ain't even that important to what I'm talking about. This starts and ends with the big dudes up front.
Thank you.
Like, period. Point blank, end of discussion.
Well, if we talking about the big dudes up front, Ragnar the center, he's hurt.
He's playing.
He's gonna play.
He's gonna play, but he's on his last leg.
Last leg?
Like Vita Vea was like,
you act like he's dead.
got
What are you talking about?
last
Leg.
He just got. Did y'all watch the game?
I watched the game.
Yes. Did y'all watch the game?
He played, and they were running the ball on the throat.
He played, but it was the Bucks. Like, I mean, you got to take it was the Bucks. Like, I mean, you're playing the 49ers.
Wait, stop.
And it's not in Detroit. You don't have.
I got a question for you. Hold on. Who's a better defensive tackle? Any defensive tackle on the 49ers or Vita Vea? Frank Dagler right now is the center, right? That's his call. Every game, right?
He just got through playing Vita Vea, bro. Like, who knows what he's like this
real quick. You talking like that? I'm sorry. Is this not the same Bucks defense that against most people considered the best O-line in football was able to pretty much do what they wanted? Dominate that line of scrimmage?
Yep.
Against J.C. Kelsey, Lane Johnson, Mariota and the boys? So what you mean? What you mean?
That's what I'm saying. That like when they go up against good teams, like I have this philosophy, right? About if you're a good team, in my opinion, in order for me to consider you a good team, you either have to be the Chiefs and you have to have Patrick Mahomes, or when you play good teams in the season, you have to actually beat them and look good. Like the Lions,
have the Lions never beaten a good team?
They beaten good team. They beat.
Okay, so then that's literally proving they're a good team by your logic. That's literally proving that's a good team by your logic. That's literally proving that's a good team by your logic. Literally,
they lost.
You just said they gotta beat good teams.
They're just not good. Okay.
You said they had to beat good teams.
Yeah, we just had to like Brock didn't throw five.
They just didn't beat really. Who did they beat this year? Like.
Well, let's go through it then.
The Chiefs, the Bucks, the Rams.
They beat the Chiefs. Yeah,
I remember that Chiefs game, man. That was the first game, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was the first game of the season, bro. I mean, first game of the season, and it was at Arrowhead though, so I give them that. I mean,
it was without their full squad, but yeah, they got the dub.
Yeah. Chris Jones wasn't there. Was Travis Kelce? Did he play that game?
Maybe the Packers on the road in Lambeau, Thursday Night Football.
Be who?
Packers.
The Packers.
The Packers wasn't good until the end of the season.
That's true. That is true. That's dead true.
So defensive coordinator almost got fired throughout the season. Like that's not like I mean, like in my opinion, if you beat the Bills, if you beat the Chiefs, which they did, but I mean, like it was like Chiefs without Chris Jones and Travis Kelce. So I mean, is it really?
I saw the Chiefs lose to the Raiders, man. Come on.
I watched that game though. Oh, that was a good game. I watched that game. The Raiders came like they smacked them.
They didn't complete a pass the last 3 quarters, gang.
They smacked them in the mouth that game. But that's the reason why I think they.
But they didn't complete a pass.
Pass the last 3 quarters.
That's the reason why I think they get blown out by the Ravens, because like that's exactly like how the Ravens play. Like how they got played by the Raiders that game is how the Ravens play like every single game. And I just don't see how they make it out of that shit.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all remember that game, that Raiders Chiefs game was a good game, bro. I watched it. Like that was a good game. Max Crosby.
I don't know, to say that the Detroit Lions aren't physical when literally their whole offense is based off of being physical in the trenches. Like literally, I don't know. That's kind of
just how physical can you be when just the Ravens just did what they did to you?
That's one game.
That's.
And if we're gonna tax the Lions beating the Chiefs early in the season, can we not say the same that was early in the season as well?
Like it wasn't early in the season.
Week 5 or
when the Ravens played the Lions, everybody was saying like the Ravens are playing like this is the Ravens playing like a really good team. Like the Lions were seen as a really good team up until they played them, and then it was just like in my opinion,
know what happened when the Lions lost? Everyone called them frauds.
Yeah. I think
the Ravens were just that good. And that was the episode, G-Baby. I came in that week and I said, that Ravens team is really good. And you said, Lamar Jackson better win a playoff game. And I said, you're damn right he better.
Yeah.
In the NFC, bro, like you struggle with Baker Mayfield. Like Baker Mayfield really almost could have beat you.
They didn't struggle. They were leading the entire game.
They did struggle. Like it was a struggle.
They were leading the entire game.
This is the reason. Look,
what do you consider struggling?
I feel like the Buccaneers could have won that game up until they went for the 2-point conversion. Up until they went for the 2-point conversion, it was a game. Like, and that was in the fourth quarter.
So wait, how are they struggling? Because didn't Baker throw a pick like off the rip? Got a defensive turnover.
Yeah, he threw a pick.
They were leading the whole game, and then they got a pick to seal the
They
win.
were struggling, bro.
It was a struggle, bro. It was a
they weren't struggling.
They were struggling, bro. Like the Bucks was coming back, bro. Like the Bucks was coming back, bro. Like
okay,
up until that missed 2-point conversion, like that sucked the air out the team. But like the Lions were, it wasn't looking good for them. It looked like
if people are in a close game for relatively a couple quarters,
I never knew being up 8 in the playoffs was struggling, but okay.
First of all, leading the entire game, but also,
I mean,
if
considering
you're in a
this
close game with somebody, do you consider it struggle? Do you consider struggling? If you're in a close game with somebody, do you consider that?
If you're in a close game and it's getting late in the game, yeah, I consider that struggling. If you're in a close game,
do you think the Bills and the Chiefs were struggling against each other?
Yeah, that wasn't a struggle.
Okay, Super Bowl last year. Do you think the Chiefs and Eagles were struggling with each other? It was a close game.
Yeah. It took the Chiefs. It took a special teams play for the Chiefs to win the game and seal the game. It took Kadarius Toney to get a punt return and take it to basically field goal range.
They still have to
seal
score
the game.
They still have to
but
score
I mean, but once he took it once he took it there, it was pretty much over with. Like,
what do you? Okay,
it was pretty much over.
I guess we just have different definitions of struggle because you can make it all the way down there and still say.
I call it a struggle.
Make it all the way down there.
I call it a struggle because y'all making it seem like the Lions are this.
I just don't get how in the Super Bowl it's back and forth.
I'm calling it a struggle because y'all making it seem like the Lions are this big physical tough team that should be feared.
In the trenches, they are.
But they struggled. In my opinion, it was a close game,
defense in the
and
league,
it was late with the Buccaneers.
Just because you're in a close game,
they were a good
just
team,
because
just
because you're in a close game does not mean it's a struggle.
Like Mike Evans was cooking. Like,
and we knew that was going to happen. Everyone knows the Lions corners are giving up 300 yards every game. That's not struggling when you know it's going to happen. That's not a struggle.
But
I just don't see how. I don't see how a one-score game late in the game.
That does not mean you're struggling.
You're winning the game.
It's like
a win's a win.
That's like if the Ravens struggled against the Texans and it was a one. Like it's like if it was a one-score game against the Texans late in the game, y'all would have said that the Ravens struggled, considering like what we think of the Ravens. Like I just don't see. Like that's what I'm saying. I don't see the Lions
because at that point, if CJ Stroud would have came in there and maybe not threw for 405 tutties, but if he would have had like 230 and 2 tutties and he was moving that offense, at that point, after what we've seen from CJ Stroud, nobody would have been surprised. Because we just saw against who most of us thought a Browns defense that was pretty freaking good, we just saw him do a thing. So
I would have said the Ravens struggled. If it was a one-score game in the fourth quarter, I would have said, we beat them, but man, we struggled through that one.
So anytime there's a one-point game, consistent though. So anytime there's a one-point game going into the fourth quarter, no matter who the team is, it's a struggle for you.
It's not no matter. I'm saying in context to how y'all talking about the Lions and them being this big physical team and them being supposedly good, really good.
Yes, on offense. Yes.
Being able to run the ball.
I don't think the Buccaneers were a good team the whole season. And I don't think anybody thought they were. And I don't think anybody really thought Buccaneers were going to win nobody had the Buccaneers winning the division. Like most people thought the Saints were going to win it. Like, and then like there was a chance the Falcons could have won it up until the end. Like considering like, you know what I'm saying, how bad the Buccaneers were the whole season and how they just weren't really a factor. You struggled with them at home, and you're supposed to be like this big physical team, and you struggled against really a sorry team, and they in the NFC, they were division champs, but they were in the NFC South. Like the NFC South is probably one of the worst divisions.
Hey, do you think the Eagles were a good team? Do you think the Eagles are a good team? Or were, rather, because we don't know what's going to happen with coordinators and free agents. Do you think they were a good team?
No, I don't think they were a good team this year. No.
Okay.
They lost. They lost in games towards the end, huh?
Do you think the Cowboys were a good team?
Hell no. Dak Sanchez, no.
You think the Rams are a good team?
So
hold on. You think the Rams are a good team? You like Stafford?
I think they were a good. I think when they beat them like that, but they struggled with the Rams.
That's where you lost.
They struggled with the Rams just because you beat. I mean, they struggled with the Rams. They like that was.
I just hate how.
Was that not a game?
No.
I don't know how the Rams are a good team, but
no. The way he uses this word "struggle" when it's the playoffs and every game is supposed to be close, there aren't supposed to be 40-point blowouts, is crazy to me.
Yeah, so if a team don't blow somebody out by 20,
there's been blowouts in the playoffs before. Like,
how often does that happen, bro?
You a good team, man. Like, there's been blowouts in the playoffs.
When the Ravens struggle to win this week by 7, baby, we'll be back to this.
Because my thing is, okay, so if a good team plays another good team, and they're two good teams and they play close, are you going to say both teams struggled, or they just play two good teams?
If it's two good teams, no, it wasn't like. They struggled against each other, but it was still a struggle. Like you struggled it out. Like y'all.
So anytime two good teams play each other, it's close. It's a struggle.
If it's close in the fourth quarter, y'all struggling. Both y'all struggling.
That's crazy. But all right.
That's crazy.
That's a crazy definition of struggle. But
I don't understand how that's not crazy. Like if it's a close game, if you can lose in the fourth quarter,
so
I don't see how that's not.
You don't believe in shootout game?
Because a coach is gonna tell you, you gonna go when you go in film study, you gonna get the coach ain't gonna be like, whoo, like that was a really good game. Like, no, they're gonna be like, bro, like
if they're playing another good team,
yes.
What the hell? No way.
So the Chiefs don't feel like they got something to work on after that Bills game.
Yes,
everything's great. Everything's just
stop.
They a good team. They're a great team.
The Chiefs this year, they've had to struggle since week 1 with their receiving core. We know that. But you said last year against the Eagles that was a struggle as well. They did whatever they wanted. They literally had no issues. They scored on. I don't think they punted one time. If you don't punt in a game, there's no way you're telling me you're struggling. I'm sorry. There's no way you're telling me that. I don't think they punted one time.
In one game, if you don't punt in the game and it's the fourth quarter and you still the game is still one score, then yeah, bro, like your defense is trash and you struggling, bro. Your defense is trash and you struggling. What does that mean? If you go a whole game without punting and it's one score in the fourth quarter,
stat. You don't believe in shootouts game? Like
you don't believe in shootouts. Yes, shootouts are fun.
Yeah, I'm saying, but you think shootout games and struggle games are like the same thing, basically?
Hey,
I guess, bro.
Hey, perfect question. Hey, this will be my final question.
I guess y'all got a problem with struggle, bro.
Hey, this will be my final question. Did the Ravens struggle against the Rams in week 13 or whatever that was? Did they struggle against the Rams? The Ravens, I'm sorry. Did the Ravens struggle against the Rams?
We sweated that game out, bro. If it wasn't for Tyler Wallace getting that punt return, bro, like I thought we was gonna lose.
Hey, at least he's keeping it consistent, fam. I ain't lying. He keeping it consistent.
That's the lose that game, bro.
Keeping it consistent.
I just think he thinks the Ravens should win every game by 21.
No, I just think that the Ravens are really a good team, and I've seen what they've done against quote unquote good teams, and like everybody thinks they have a good defense until they play the Ravens. And
perfect. Hey, perfect. I got something else for you, gang. Hey, so going into the fourth quarter, I believe, or whatever, it was I don't know the time that it was on, but do you think they struggled against the Cardinals? Because I think it was either a 7-point game or a 10-point game. In that
game made me mad. I didn't understand why we were struggling against.
So, do you think the Ravens' defense was trash because they struggled against Josh Dobbs? Your defense trash.
I say Josh Dobbs. Yeah, I don't know why we were struggling against Josh Dobbs, bro. That made me mad, bro. Trash? We were honestly like the Ravens were learning themselves at that time. Like they didn't find themselves really up until I think the game the Ravens really found themselves was after that Cleveland Deshaun crazy.
So you don't think they had found themselves after they smacked the Lions 38-6?
Like I said, after that Cleveland Deshaun loss, like after that, like we just went like we got the BS out of like because it was still up and down up until that point. Like it was still up and down until that point. Like but after that, no, I don't think we struggled a game since then. Like the Rams game was a struggle, but other than that, bro, like. But the Rams, in my opinion, that was like I don't know what that was. That was a good team that day. Like they came to play that day. So I don't know.
All righty. Well, y'all like the video, subscribe, become a Players Choice member. Also, come get Players Choice merch at playerschoicemerch.com. Y'all be easy. We will be back here next week. Hey, we're gonna find out a lot about y'all favorite quarterbacks next week, man. Can't wait for Jared to make
Going live in 30, man. Make sure y'all tap in college football. Going live in 30.
Yeah, y'all tap into that. Y'all sub. Y'all be easy.
Yes, sir.
Hey, y'all can't even wait till the stream leave. Stream and
I don't know.